morning students. So let us continue our discussion on maxima and minima. So let's see the question. So yesterday we completed up to third question, fifth part. Okay. So let us see sixth part. G of x is given x by 2 plus 2 by x for x greater than 0. Okay. So given that x is greater than 0, now we need to find the minimum or maximum of this function g of x. Okay. So given g of x equal to x by 2 plus 2 by x for x greater than 0. So only for positive values of x we are taking this function. Okay. So we know that either maximum or minimum, that is local maximum or local minimum, always exist at critical points where either f dash is 0 or function is not differentiable. Okay. So let us find the critical points here. So where this function is not differentiable, it is differentiable everywhere except 0, x equal to 0. But x equal to 0 is not included in the domain. So there is no point of not differentiable. Okay. So we'll find where f dash is 0, that is g dash. What is the derivative of function here? G dash x is 1 by 2. Derivative of 2 by x, 2 constant. Derivative of 1 by x is minus 1 by x square. So it is minus 2 by x square. So consider g dash is equal to 0. Consider g dash is equal to 0. So 1 by 2 minus 2 by x square is 0. So we can write 2 by x square equal to 1 by 2 or x square equal to 4 plus x will be equal to plus or minus 2. Okay. So x value here plus or minus 2. Now how many critical points exist? 2 critical points. Now even though 2 critical points exist here, can we take both x equal to minus 2 and x equal to 2? Since given that x is greater than 0, so we cannot take x as a negative. Okay. So as x greater than 0, so we can take x as a 2 only. Okay. So therefore only one critical point exists. Only one critical point exists, which is x equal to 2. Okay. So after finding the critical points, we have to make sure that that critical points lies in the given interval, if any. So here clearly they mentioned the interval as x greater than 0. That's why we are taking only x equal to 2. Suppose this condition is not given. So if it is not given means we can take x equal to minus 2 also. Okay. Now at this critical point x equal to 2, now we have to find is this function has a maximum or minimum. It may be anyone. Okay. So what we know is at critical points only we are going to get either maximum or minimum. But clearly not known that at this point is it a local maximum or local minimum. So let us do the second derivative test. Okay. So let us find second derivative for this function. What is g double dash x? Here g double dash x is, this is first derivative. Differentiate again. G double dash x is derivative of 1 by 2 is 0 minus 2 into derivative of 1 by x square is minus 2 by x cube. So it is minus into minus plus 4 by x cube. So second derivative we are getting 4 by x cube. Okay. Now find the sign of second derivative at this critical point x equal to 2 and x equal to 2 implies g double dash 2 is 4 by 2 cube, which is 1 by 2. So 1 by 2 is positive here, as g double dash of 2 is greater than 0. Second derivative is positive means the function will have minimum value. local minimum value. As g double dash to greater than 0, so g of x as local minimum at x equal to 2. So at this critical point, the function will be having local minimum. And what is the local minimum value? And the local minimum value is g of 2. So what is the g of 2? Substitute x equal to 2. 2 by 2 plus 2 by 2, which is 2. So the local minimum value is 2 for this given function. Okay. Next. So the next part. See, eighth part in this, f of x equal to x into square root of 1 minus x for 0 less than x less than 1. Okay. So interval is given. For what values of x function is defined here? X lies in between 0 to 1, excluding 0 and excluding 1 also. So in this interval, what about this function? Is it having a local maximum or local minimum? Okay. So again, let us find the critical points. At critical points only, we know the function will have either local maximum or local minimum. Okay. So let us differentiate. So it is f dash x here. We apply product rule. So applying product rule first into derivative of second is 1 by 2 root 1 minus x into derivative of 1 minus x is minus plus square root of 1 minus x into derivative of x is 1 by applying the product rule. Okay, simplify. It is minus x by 2 root 1 minus x plus root of 1 minus x. Just take LCM. Minus x plus 2 into 1 minus x divided by 2 root 1 minus x. So total is 2 minus x minus 2x minus 3x divided by 2 root 1 minus x. Okay, so this is the first derivative. 2 minus 3x divided by 2 root 1 minus x. Now for critical points, we should have f dash is 0. So consider f dash x equal to 0. So what is f dash x here? 2 minus 3x divided by 2 root 1 minus x is 0. Multiply 0 into x will become 0. So 2 minus 3x is 0 means x equal to 2 by 3. So we are getting only one critical point, x equal to 2 by 3. See, is x equal to 2 by 3 lies in the interval or not? If it lies, then only we can speak about maximum or minimum. If that point does not lies, there is no critical point in the interval, then neither maximum nor minimum. So x equal to 2 by 3. 2 by 3 is 0.6 something. So it clearly lies in between the given interval. So this critical point exists. And now at this critical point, we are going to get maximum or minimum. Now which one it is? Is it local maximum or local minimum? Now that depends on the second derivative. So sign of second derivative we need to find. So again differentiate this. What about f double dash x? F double dash x. Now we have to apply u by v, quotient rule. This is f dash. So applying quotient rule, b into u dash. What is derivative of numerator here? Minus 3 minus 2 minus 3x into derivative of denominator. So this is the derivative of denominator. 2 into derivative of root is 1 by 2 root 1 minus 6 into minus 1. Total divided by x square means 4 into 1 minus 6. Okay. Understand 2 into 1 minus 6 root whole square. Now you don't have to simplify it. Okay. If you want to simplify, let us simplify, or just substitute x as 2 by 3 and simplify the value. Okay. So write one more step. It is minus 6 square root of 1 minus 6. Minus into minus will be plus. 2 will get cancelled here. 2 minus 3x divided by square root of 1 minus 6. Total divided by 4 into 1 minus 6. Okay, so this is f double dash x. Let us substitute this critical points and see what is the sign of second derivative. At x equal to 2 by 3 plus what is f double dash of 2 by 3? So it is minus 6 square root of 1 minus 2 by 3 plus 2 minus 3 into 2 by 3 square root of 1 minus 2 by 3 total by 4 into 1 minus 2 by 3. It is minus 6 root of 1 by 3. That is 1 by root 3 plus 2 minus 3 will get cancelled. 2 minus 2 is 0. So 0 by something will become 0 divided by 1 minus 2 by 3. It is 1 by 3. So total is 4 by 3. So 2 we can cancel 2 times. So it is 3 times. So 4, 2 2s are 2 3s. 3 will go to the numerator. 9 by root 3 is nothing but 3 root 3 by 2. So again value is not important, only sign is important. So we came to know that the second derivative at the critical point 2 by 3. F double dash of 2 by 3 is negative. So second derivative is negative means the function will have local maximum value. Okay. So as and right here as f double dash of 2 by 3 is negative. So f of x has local maximum at x equal to 2 by 3 and local maximum value is the local maximum value is f of 2 by 3. So it is f of 2 by 3, 2 by 3 into root of 1 minus 2 by 3. So it is 2 by 3 square root of 1 by 3. So it is 2 by 3 root. So the local maximum value of this function, it is 2 by 3 root 3. Okay. So this is the method of solving. Any complex function is given, the method remains same. Okay. If the function is complex, only derivative may be complex, but the method of solving is the same only here. Okay. Next, see the next question. Question number 4. Prove that the following functions do not have maximum or minimum. So we need to prove that these functions have neither maximum nor minimum. So what we studied is either the maximum value or minimum value always exist at critical points. So we want to prove that these functions have neither maximum nor minimum means we have to prove that these functions do not have critical points. Okay. So let us see second part. G of x, it is given log x. Okay. So function is given log x, and this function we have to prove it has neither maximum nor minimum. So is the domain of function given here? It is not given. For what values of x the function is defined, that is the not mentioned. So what we do is we will take the domain of function. Okay. So when they don't give any interval, we have to take the domain of function for finding this local maximum or local minimum. So this is the domain of log x minimum. Only for positive values of x, log is defined. So for x greater than 0, okay, it cannot be equal to 0 also. X should be greater than 0. Okay. So let us find the derivative here. What is derivative of g dash x? Derivative of log x. Nothing is there means base should be e. Okay. When no base is mentioned for log in calculus, we take the base as e1. Okay. So this derivative of log x, it is 1 by x. Now what about 1 by x value? Can it be equal to 0? For critical points, you should have g dash as 0. So consider g dash x is equal to 0. That is 1 by x is equal to 0. So 1 by x equal to 0 means what is x value? X value, if I cross multiply, we get 1 equal to 0. Is not possible. So is there any value of x where we have 1 by x as 0 in the domain? Okay. So there is no value of x. There is no fixed value of x. Okay. When x is tending to infinite, 1 by x will be 0. But we need equal to 0. As x is tending to infinite, we say that 1 by x is tending to 0. So tending to 0 means it is approximately 0, closer to 0. But we need exactly 0. So exactly 0 we don't get it. So there is no value of x here. There is no value of x where g dash of x equal to 0. Okay. So no critical points exist. No critical points exist. Therefore, given function g of x has no maximum, no minimum. So this function will have neither maximum nor minimum because there exists no critical points. Okay. See the third part. H of x is given x cube plus x square plus x plus 1. This is a function given, and we have to prove that this function also has neither maximum nor minimum. Okay. So what about the domain of function here? It is polynomial. Now polynomial function defined for all x belongs to real numbers. So for all real numbers, the function is defined here. Now what about h dash x here? Derivative 3x square plus 2x plus 1. Okay. Derivative is 3x square plus 2x plus 1. So consider h dash x as 0. Plus 2x plus 1 is equal to 0. So what about x value here? Factorization not possible. Then write this formula minus b plus or minus root of b square minus 4ac divided by 2e. So minus 2 plus or minus 4 minus 12 minus root 8. So square root of minus root 8 means it is I root 8 divided by 6. So I root 8 means it is imaginary. So we are discussing about real numbers, but we are getting roots as imaginary. So is there any real value of x? There is no real value of x where h dash can be 0. So h dash equal to 0 is not possible for real numbers. Okay? So no roots exist. No roots exist means there is no value of x, real x. So there is no real value of x where h dash of x equal to 0. There is no real value of x where h dash can be 0. So no critical points exist. So again, no critical points means neither maxima nor minima exist. Therefore, each of x has neither maximum nor minimum. Okay, so this function also has neither maximum nor minimum. Okay, so no roots means here no real roots exist. Roots are existing, but they are imaginary. So no real roots exist. Okay. Next. So the next question. Number 5. Find the absolute maximum value and absolute minimum value of the following functions in the given intervals. So intervals are given and function is given. We need the absolute maximum and absolute minimum. Okay. So for local maxima, local minimum, we are doing second derivative test. But when we are finding the absolute maxima, absolute minimum, we don't have to do the second derivative test, because absolute maximum means maximum of all maximum values. We are not interested in where we are going to get or how we are going to get. Okay. So what we are interested is what is the totally greatest and totally the least values. Okay. So this is the working method for finding the absolute maximum, absolute minimum. The working method we studied is, first step is we have to find the critical points. Find critical points like x1, x2, x3, c1, c2, c3. Okay. That's divided by c1, c2, c3. These are the critical points. Next, after finding the critical points, we need the function values at the critical points and also at the end points. Because whenever we are finding absolute maximum, absolute minimum, all the intervals will be given as closed intervals. Okay, so we have to include the endpoints also. So second step is find the function values at the endpoints f of a, f of b, and function value at the critical points f of c1, f of c2, f of c3, and so on. This is the second step. Find function value at the endpoints and also at the critical points. Next, third step, greatest of all these values. Greatest of these values is the absolute maximum and least of above these values is absolute minimum. So above all this, whichever is greatest, that is the absolute maximum value, and the least value is called absolute minimum value. So this is a working method we have seen for finding the absolute maximum and absolute minimum. Okay, so clearly understand the difference between local maxima and local minimum, absolute maximum and absolute minimum. Okay, so the difference we have to understand. So here we don't need any first derivative test or second derivative test. Next, so see the second part I will solve here. F of x is sin x plus cos x. What is the interval given? X belongs to 0 to pi. Close interval 0 to pi. Now we need the absolute maximum and absolute minimum values. Okay. So end points already we know, including 0 and including pi. A is 0, B is pi. Now let us find the critical points if exist here. For critical points, f dash x should be 0. So it is f dash x here, cos x minus sin x. So consider f dash x as 0 for critical points. Cos x minus sin x is 0. Cos x equal to sin x. Divide cos. So we get tan x equal to 1. Tan x equal to 1 means x equal to, in 0 to pi, first and second quadrants, where we have tan as 1 positive only in the first quadrant. And what is the first quadrant angle? Pi by 4. So we have only one critical point in this particular interval given. Okay. So now what we have to find is, we have to find the function values at the critical points and also at the end points. Okay. So first find the function value at critical points. F of pi by 4 is, what is f of pi by 4? Sin pi by 4 plus sin cos pi by 4. 1 by root 2, 1 by root 2, 2 by root 2, which is root 2. So this is one value. Next, function value at the end points also. After finding the function value at critical points, we need function value at the end points. So f of 0 is sin 0 plus cos 0. Sin 0 is 0, cos 0 is 1. Next, f of pi, function value at pi, sin pi plus cos pi, it is minus. Okay. So after finding function value at critical points and function value at end points, out of all this, see which one is the greatest? The greatest of root 2, 1 minus 1 is root 2. So therefore absolute maximum is absolute maximum of f of x is root 2 obtained at x equal to what? Pi by 4. Next, absolute minimum is absolute minimum of f of x is, what is the minimum of all this? Minus 1 obtained at x equal to pi. Okay, at x equal to pi, we are getting the absolute minimum, and the absolute minimum value is minus. Okay, so this is a method to get the absolute maximum, absolute minimum. Okay, so first find critical points. After finding the critical points, we need the function value at critical points and also at the end points. After evaluating all that, we have to see which one is greatest and which one is least. Okay. Next. See the third part. So this type question is also important. So mostly they will be asking question based on local maxima, local minima, or absolute maxima, absolute minimum. Okay. See third part. For x is given 4x minus 1 by 2 into x square is nothing but x square by 2. For x belongs to closed interval minus 2 to 9 by 2. Okay. So let us find critical points first. Okay. So we need critical points and end points. What is f dash x? It is 4 minus derivative of x square is 2x. 2 will get cancelled. 4 minus x. Consider f dash is 0. 4 minus x is 0. What is x value? Critical point is x equal to 4. Now after finding critical point, let us find function value at the end points and also at the critical points. Okay. So now let us find f of 4. It is f of 4. 4 into 4 minus 4 square by 2, which is 16 minus 16 by 2 is 8. So which is 8. F of 4 is 8 and functional at end points. F of minus 2 is 4 into minus 2 minus 2 whole square by 2, which is minus 8 minus 2 minus 10 and f of 9 by 2 functional at the end point. 9 by 2, f of 9 by 2 means 4 into 9 by 2 minus 9 by 2 whole square by 2. How much we get here? 18 minus 81 by 8. Okay, so let's simplify. 18 into 8. 144 minus 81 by 8. So approximately how much we get here? 144 minus 81 will get 63 by 8, which is 7 point something. Okay, so 8 is 64. But it is 63, so 8 7 jar. This is so approximately we get 7 point something. Okay, exact value not needed. So out of 8 minus 10 and 7 point something, which one is greatest? Greatest is 8 and least is minus 10. Okay, so for this function we'll be having the therefore absolute maximum is 8 obtained at x equal to 4. Absolute minimum is minus 10 obtained at x equal to minus 2. Okay, so exact value not needed. We need the highest value. So it is 7 point something, which is very close to 8 but not equal to 8. So it is the highest, minus 10 is the least. Okay, so this function is having absolute maximum of 8 and absolute minimum of minus 2. Okay. Next, can complete remaining. Next, see question number 8. At what points in the interval from 0 to 2 pi, closed interval 0 to 2 pi, does the function sin 2x attain its maximum value? So we need at what points in this interval 0 to 2 pi the function attains maximum value. Okay. So f of x is given. Let us take the function as f of x, which is sin 2x, for x belongs to closed interval 0 to 2 pi. Whenever we are given a closed interval, so it means that we are finding the absolute maximum, absolute minimum. Okay, we will be finding the absolute maximum, absolute minimum whenever we are given the closed interval. So at what points we are going to get that maximum value? So we are interested in finding the points where we get the maximum value. Okay, so where we get the maximum value? In case of absolute maximum, absolute minimum, it can be obtained at either critical points or at end points. Okay, so let's find the critical points first. So it is f dash x, it is 2 cross 2x. So consider f dash is equal to 0. So 2 cross 2x is 0. We get cos 2x is 0. Cos 2x is 0. So what will be 2x? Can we write only pi by 2? No. We write the general solution because x lies in 0 to 2 pi, where 2x lies 0 to 4 pi. So 0 to 4 pi is 2 revolutions. So we get more solutions. Okay. So don't take only one solution. Let us take the general solution. What is the cos 2x equal to cos 2 pi means 2x we can write as. I write general solution and then see what values of x we can take in this given interval. Okay. So cos 2x is 0 means 2x is odd multiples of pi by 2. Cos 2x is 0 means 2x is odd multiple of pi by 2, or x will be 2n plus 1 into pi by 4. So what values of x we can take? So x can be, if I take n as 0, okay, n can be integer, we can take n as 0. If n is 0, we get pi by 4. This is one solution. If n is 1, we get 3 pi by 4. By putting n values, we get n is 1, 3 pi by 4. It also lies in 0 to 2 pi. Next, n is 2, 5 pi by 4. We can take. Next, n is 3, 7 pi by 4. We can take. N is 4, 9 pi by 4. Now 9 pi by 4 is more than 2 pi. 9 pi by 4 is more than 2 pi. So we cannot take the 9 pi by 4. Why not negative values for n? Suppose take n as minus 1. N minus 1 means we get minus pi by 4. So are we taking x as minus pi by 4? No, we are not including the minus pi by 4. Okay. So these are the critical points. These are the critical points. Okay. Now we should know that at which point we will be getting this maximum. Okay. So we don't have to do second derivative test here. Okay. So just find function values at these critical points and at end points, and see that where we are going to get absolute maximum. Okay. Even though it is not mentioned here, whenever we are having the closed brackets, we will be finding the absolute maximum, absolute minimum only. Let us find function values. So here f of pi by 4. What is f of pi by 4 means sin 2 into pi by 4 is sin pi by 2 1. Next, f of 3 pi by 4, which is sin 2 into 3 pi by 4, sin 3 pi by 2 What is sin 3 pi by 2? It is -1. F of 5 pi by 4. Sin of 2 into 5 pi by 4. Which is sin 5 pi by 2. It is 1. Next, f of 7 pi by 4. Sin 2 into 7 pi by 4. Which is sin 7 pi by 2. It is -1. And after finding function values at critical points. Now we need function value at end points also, f of 0 and f of 2 pi. So it is f of 0 sin 2 into 0 is 0. F of 2 pi sin 2 into 2 pi sin 4 pi is also 0. Okay. So see, out of all this, which one is the greatest? One is the greatest. That is the absolute maximum value. And where we are going to get that? X equal to pi by 4, x equal to 5 pi by 4. So at these 2 points, we are going to get absolute maximum. And what is absolute minimum? Absolute minimum is -1. Out of all this, least value is -1. We are going to get at x equal to 3 pi by 4 and x equal to 7 pi by 4. Okay. So here the maximum value of f of x equal to sin 2x is 1, obtained at x equal to pi by 4, x equal to 5 pi by 4. So these 2 points we are going to get the maximum value. So we are asking about only the maximum value, so we don't have to write about minimum. Okay. Next. So the next question, what is the maximum value of the function sin x plus cos x? Okay, so here no interval is mentioned. Whenever no interval is mentioned or an open interval is mentioned, we will be finding about local maxima and local minimum. Okay, so clearly remember that whenever we are having open brackets or no interval mentioned, so we have to take local maxima and local minima, whereas if we are given a closed interval, we will be finding absolute maxima, absolute minimum. So given function here, let f of x is sin x plus cos x. Let us take the given function as sin x plus cos x. Now we need the maximum value of this function. Okay, so let us find the maximum, that is local maxima, local minimum. So where we are going to get local maxima, local minima at critical points. Let us see where derivative is 0 here. Derivative of function is cos x minus sin x. So consider f dash as 0. Cos x minus sin x is 0. Cos x equal to sin x divided cos, we get tan x equal to 1. X is, how many points will be getting? Tan x is 1. If the interval is given, suppose 0 to pi by 2 or 0 to pi as we have seen in the previous case. Okay, so there will be some fixed values. But here no interval is mentioned. Now no interval is mentioned means what is the domain of this function here? All real numbers. So from minus infinite to infinite, we will be getting infinite number of solutions where tan x is 1. let us write the general solution. Tan x equal to 1 means we can write as tan x equal to tan pi by 4. So that is the general solution, n pi plus alpha, where n belongs to z. Okay, so this is the general solution. X is n pi plus pi by 4, where n belongs to z. So x can take values x equal to, suppose n is 0, we have pi by 4. N is 1, we have pi by 4. Next, n is 2, we have 9 pi by 4, and so on. Next, if I take negative values, we can take, because the domain is all real numbers. N is minus 1, so what we get? Minus 3 pi by 4. N is minus 2, we get minus 7 pi by 4, and so on. So these are all these critical points. We get an infinite number of critical points. Now at these critical points, let us find what is the maximum value of this function. Okay, so where we are going to get this maximum? So that depends on second derivative. So let us find the second derivative. So here f double dash x is, what is the derivative? Derivative of cos is minus sin x minus derivative of sin is cos x. So it is minus of sin x plus cos x. Now let us find the sign of second derivative at these critical points. At x equal to pi by 4, it plus what is f double dash x minus of sin pi by 4 plus cos pi by 4 is minus 1 by root 2, 1 by root 2, 2 by root 2 is root 2. So second derivative is negative, means at pi by 4 what we get? Local minimum. So as f double dash is less than 0, so f of x has local minimum at x equal to pi by 4. At x equal to pi by 4. But we are finding maximum value. Okay, so we don't have to find what is the local minimum value. Okay, next, at x equal to 5 pi by 4, x equal to 5 pi by 4. So what about f double dash x? Minus of sin 5 pi by 4 plus cos 5 pi by 4. So we get minus sin 5 pi by 4 is dot important, sin is negative, cos also negative. Minus 1 by root 2, minus 1 by root 2, minus 2 by root 2. So minus 2 by root 2 means minus root 2. So total it is plus 1. As f double dash of 5 pi by 4 is positive. So sorry, here there is a correction. Here we came to that second derivative negative. Second derivative is negative means function has local maximum or minimum. Okay, whenever we have second derivative is negative, the function will have local maximum. So we have to find that maximum value. We have to find that what is the local maximum value, and local maximum value is local maximum value is f of pi by 4. So it is f of pi by 4 here, sin pi by 4 plus cos pi by 4, which is 1 by root 2, 1 by root 2, 2 by root 2, it is 2. Okay. So the maximum value of the function is root 2 obtained at pi by 4. Okay. Next, we take another critical point at x equal to 5 pi by 4. What is the second derivative? second derivative is minus of sin 5 pi by 4 plus cos 5 pi by 4. So this is minus 1 by root 2 minus 1 by root 2 minus 2 by root 2 is minus root 2, which is root 2. So second derivative positive means function has local minimum. So as f double dash of 5 pi by 4 is greater than 0, so f of x has local minimum at x equal to 5 pi by 4. Okay, so at this point we are going to get the local minimum, and what is the local minimum value means f of 5 pi by 4. That we are not interested here, because we are interested only in finding the local maximum value. Okay, similarly we take 9 pi by 4, we will get some value. Okay, so all these are repeating values. Okay, so for one angle we get plus root 2, other angle we get minus 2, plus root 2 minus root 2. Okay, so out of all those, the greatest it is nothing but root 2. Okay, so maximum value of function is root 2. So this is what required formula. Okay, minimum we don't have to find. Okay, so the next question. Find the maximum value of function 2x cube minus 24x plus 107 in the interval from 1 to 3. Find the maximum value of the same function in the interval from minus 3 to minus 1. Okay, so for the same function we are given two different intervals, and in these intervals we have to find what is the maximum value of function. Okay, now you can see the interval, they are given the closed interval. So this closed interval means which type of maximum we are going to get? It is nothing but absolute maximum. Okay, so let us find absolute maximum for this function in that two intervals given. Now in one interval I will find, similarly you can find for the same function in a different interval. Okay, so the second part to try to solve, I will solve this first part. Okay, see. Let us take the given function as f of x is 2x cube minus 24x plus 107 for x belongs to 1 to 3 closed interval. Okay, so in this interval I will solve. So since we are given closed interval, so we are going to find the absolute maximum and absolute minimum. Okay, so let us find f dash x here. What is f dash x? It is 6x square minus 24. So consider f dash x equal to 0. 6x square minus 24 is 0. 6x square is 24. X square is 4. X is plus or minus 2. Okay, so we are getting two critical points. X is plus or minus 2, but can we take minus 2 here? So whatever the critical points we are getting, it must lie in this given interval. Okay, so we exclude the critical points which are not lying in this interval given. So interval is from 1 to 3, so we don't get minus 2, as x belongs to closed interval 1 to 3. Therefore, x equal to 2 is the only critical point. So here don't take minus 2, okay? Because we are speaking about only the interval from 1 to 3. Beyond the interval, we don't know or we don't take the function. Okay? So let us take critical points which are lying in the given intervals. Okay. Now at the critical points and at the end points, we need the functional values. Okay. So here f of 2 at critical point. Let us find the functional value. What is f of 2? It is 2 into 2 cube minus 24 into 2 plus 107. 8 into 2, 16 minus 48 plus 107. How much will get? Minus 32. Minus 32. Subtracting 32 here, we will be getting the 75. The f of 2 is 75. Similarly, find the functional end points. F of 1. So this f of 1, 2 into 1 cube minus 24 into 1 plus 107. This is 2 minus 24 plus 107. We get a minus 22. Okay, so that means here it will be 85. And functional value at other end point 3. What is f of 3? 2 into 3 cube minus 24 into 3 plus 107. 27 into 2, 54 minus 72 plus 107. So how much we get here? Minus 18 minus 18 plus 107. How much will get here? So subtract 17, we get 9. So it is 89. So f of 3 is 89. So we have functional values 75, 85, 89. Okay. So out of all this, see which one is the greatest? Greatest is 89. Okay. So they are asking about find the maximum value. So absolute maximum is 89 obtained at x equal to 3. Okay. So therefore absolute maximum of f of x is 89 and is obtained at x equal to 3. Okay, this is the first part. Now same function. Function is same here, but you have to take the interval as closed interval minus 3 to minus 1. Okay, so let's take the interval minus 3 to minus 1. F dash is same. So critical points again we get x equal to plus or minus 2. Now which critical point you have to take? Only minus 2 we have to take because interval is from minus 3 to minus 1. So in next case we exclude x as 2. We have to take x as minus 2 is the critical point. Again find functional values at the critical point and end point. See that which one is the greatest. Okay. So this is the method of solving the absolute maximum and absolute minimum. Okay. So try to complete up to question number 10. Any doubts you have, please